Most crashes don't start with speed. They start with a tiny bad habit. A lazy lane position, a missed brake tap, a stale green you trusted a little too long. Today we're breaking down 12 unwritten rules riders keep breaking. The quiet, unspoken laws that separate "I got lucky" from "I was ready." Stick with me for the duration of this video, and by the end, you'll ride with more space, more options, and way fewer close calls. And yes, we're going from the well-known tips to the ones almost nobody talks about this. Let's ride. Section 1. Urban Survival. Owning your space. Rule number 1. Stop with an escape route. At red lights, never park yourself like a hood ornament. Stop offset from the car ahead, left or right tire track, keep the bike in first gear, and angle the bike slightly toward your escape path. Why do riders break this? Because neutral feels relaxing. Because in a car, sitting centered seems normal. On a bike, normal can get you pinned. The fix is simple. Choose the left tire track more often. Better view in mirrors, better line of sight to traffic behind. Right foot on the rear brake, clutch in, eyes scanning. Angle the bike 15 to 30 degrees toward your out, so your launch is a straight line, not a wobble and a prayer. Rear camera clip of a car stopping too late. Pause and draw the escape path arrow. When the vehicle behind you fully stops then, and only then, drop to neutral if you want to. Until that moment, you are a sprinter in the blocks. Rule number 2. Don't pace traffic, create a bubble. Here's a big one riders ignore. Don't loiter side by side with cars. Either pass decisively or ease off and build space. Why do we break it? Because blending in feels polite. Because we think matching speed is calm. But pacing locks you in their blind spots and gives you zero options if they drift. The fix: if you'll be next to a vehicle for more than 3 or 4 seconds, change the situation. A clean, legal pass with clear space ahead, or roll off until you've got a bubble again. Avoid parking at 3 or 9 o'clock relative to a car. Simple overhead animation of your safety bubble, expanding as you change speed slightly. On a bike, space is armor. Build it on purpose. Rule number 3. Courtesy tap. The brake when you engine brake. Engines slow bikes quietly. Drivers behind you can't see physics. If you're decelerating mostly with engine braking, tap your brake to flash the light. Riders skip it because they assume it's obvious I'm slowing, or they worry a blink looks timid. It isn't timid, it's communication. Build a habit. As soon as you roll off hard, do one gentle quick press on the lever or pedal. Consider a programmable brake flasher where legal. Nothing obnoxious, just a brief pattern that says, "Hey, I'm slowing." The visibility difference is instant. Remember, the goal isn't to stop faster, it's to get rear traffic thinking faster. Rule number 4. Always cover the front brake in the city. Intersections, driveways, merges. Surprises live here. Keep 1 or 2 fingers resting on the front brake lever anywhere chaos is likely. Riders avoid it because they were warned about grabbing the brake, or they think covering causes fatigue. 2 fixes. 1. Set your lever reach so covered fingers stay relaxed. 2. Practice progressive squeeze in an empty lot, light to firm, smooth to stop, until your hand knows the motion cold. Try this. From the same speed, measure stopping distance with fingers already on the lever versus without. Reaction time alone is the difference you feel in your gut. Covering the brake is like keeping your foot near the fire extinguisher. You don't hope to use it, you just can. Rule number 5. Read the stale green and pick a point of no return. A green light that's been green a while is a stale green. Expect it to change. Before you reach it, choose your point of no return, the last spot where you can still stop smoothly if it flips. We miss this because green means go is baked into our brain. Tunnel vision takes over, and we just trust it. Scan the whole intersection. Pedestrian countdowns, cross-traffic twitching, that left turner creeping like they're late for work. Cover the brakes and pre-decide. If it flips now, I stop. If not, I'm committed. Helmet cam overlay with a subtle decision bar that fills as you approach. The voice calls stop or go at the pawner. Decision before emotion. That's the rule. Section 2. Big vehicles, big decisions. Rule number 6. Pass big rigs decisively. Never linger beside them. Trucks and buses aren't just big. They make wind. They throw debris. And they block your exits. Riders linger because they assume I'm visible, I'm fine, and they underestimate the blast you'll feel near the trailer's tail. Choose your moment. Clean lane ahead, no merging drama, then roll on and pass with a clear speed differential. If you can't complete the pass in 3 to 4 seconds, abort and fall back until you can see both mirrors of the truck. That's your sight line. That's your buffer. Highlight the turbulence zones near the cab gap and trailer end. Quick clip of a bike wobble to show the wake. Respect the air. It moves you more than you think. Rule number 7. Lane split predictably and never between motorcycles. If lane splitting is legal where you ride, predictability is your superpower. Keep a small speed delta. Think moderate jogging pace. And don't weave back and forth like a fish. People break this because they see aggressive couriers and assume that's the method. Or they think legality equals immunity. Read the tells. Mirrors twitching, front wheels angled, heads bobbing. Those are lane change prequels. If a driver's wandering, abort. And never slice between two motorcycles. Split between lanes, not between riders. Merge back in early once traffic flow normalizes. Side mirror cam calling out a driver's shoulder, check a half second before the car moves. Lane splitting isn't a magic cloak. It's chess at walking speed. Speed round section. Bonus etiquette and safety micro rules. Here are 3 rapid-fire add-ons for your mental toolkit. 1. Don't wave cars through at intersections. You're accepting liability for a move you don't control. Let the driver complete their turn first. Then you go. 2. Daytime high beams? Use with judgment. Sometimes a modulated low beam or properly aimed aux lights give you conspicuity without blinding. 3. Helmet in stores. Etiquette varies, but taking it off, along with sunglasses, reads as less intimidating and more human. Section 3. Riding together. Group flow. Rule number 8. Staggered is for straights. Single file for curves and tight spaces. Group spacing changes with context. On straight, open roads, staggered is great. Left and right tire tracks. 2 seconds of following distance. But in curves, narrow lanes, construction, or poor pavement. Single file, and bump your gap to 3 to 4 seconds. Riders mess this up because they learned staggered is safer, full stop. Not true in the twisties. Your escape route is front to back, not diagonal. Lead rider calls single before the good stuff. Everyone tightens up communication, widens the gap, and focuses on their own line, showing how staggered collapses in a corner versus single file keeping real space. Formation isn't fashion, it's function. Rule number 9. Night group etiquette. Kill your high beams. At night, low beam when you're behind another bike. Save your buddy's eyes, save their focus. We all love light. More lumens feel safer, but glare in a helmet mirror nukes night vision and reaction time. Aim auxiliary lights slightly down. Wire a quick off switch. And at night, leave a bigger following gap so low beam is enough. POV of a helmet mirror blown out by a high beam. Then switch to low. Details return. Good group riding is just considerate physics. Still with me? Good, because the next 3 rules are the ones riders swear by after their first close call. Miss them once, and you never miss them again. Section 4. Options. Always options. Rule number 10. Keep 2 outs. Always. At any moment, you should be able to name 2 immediate escape routes. Left or right, brake or accelerate, shoulder or gap. We brake it because traffic is noisy. We tunnel on the bumper ahead and forget the chessboard around us. Add a cadence. Every mirror check, mentally tag your 2 outs. Use lane position 1, 2, 3 to manufacture a second option. Slide to position 1 to open a right side shoulder, or to position 3 to open a left side exit past a median. Live arrows overlay shifting as traffic morphs. If you can't name 2 outs, you're not under threat. You're under-informed. Rule number 11. Never neutral coast to stops. Stay in gear all the way down and arrive in first. That's the rule. The myth says neutral coasting is smoother, easier on the clutch, or just like a car. It also removes your ability to move if the car behind misjudges their stop. Downshift one gear at a time as speed falls. A gentle blip helps them slide in. If you must rest, do it after you're fully stopped, after the vehicle behind you is fully stopped. Mic at engine track, cadence of downshifts versus a lazy neutral coast. Roll to the line ready, not resting. Rule number 12, read the shiny, paint, tar snakes, leaves, and metal. Anything shiny can be slick. Thermoplastic lane paint, tar snakes, manhole covers, steel plates, wet leaves. Dry day, still slick. Hot day, tar snakes go gooey. We default to looks fine because the bike felt planted 5 seconds ago. Surface changes, don't send invites. If you have to cross a shiny patch, straighten the bike as much as possible. Keep throttle neutral and avoid braking mid-patch. In wet or heat, widen your lines and smooth every input. Gentle roll-on, gentle roll-off, light brakes. Slow-mo front tire shot moving from asphalt to paint. Tiny contact patch wiggle is visible. Grip is a contract. Read the fine print. Extra section. Ride along examples. Let's stitch this together on a real ride. Rolling to a stale green. Eyes sweep left. Countdown timer at 3. Left turner creeping. My point of no return is just before the crosswalk. It holds. I commit and go. Approaching traffic, I don't pace. I roll off 2 mph. Bubble created. Van's mirror twitches. Lane change tell. Light brake flash. Red light ahead. I stop in the left tire track. Angled out in gear. Right foot on the brake. Car behind me is closing. I watch their wheel rotation until they stop. Neutral only after they're fully settled. Back to green. Truck in the distance. I plan the pass. Space ahead, then a decisive roll-on. No lingering at the trailer tail. Clear speed differential. Back into my bubble. City stretch now. I cover the front brake. Driveway on the right. Bus stop ahead. My 2 outs. Shoulder right. Brake hard and straight. If the car jumps left, sidestep to lane position 3 and accelerate through the gap. Entering twisties with the crew. Single. Staggered was for the straight. Single file for the bends. And at night those Oaks lights go low. Save your buddy's eyes. Save your buddy's ride. Drills. Section. Practice drills. You can do this week. Make it real with 3 quick reps. 1. Brake cover rehearsal. Empty lot, 20 to 25 miles per hour. 5 stops without covering, 5 with. Feel the reaction time difference. 2. Engine brake tap. On a quiet road, practice a gentle roll-off paired with a brief brake flash. You're programming a reflex. 3rd intersection. Po in our game. On green approaches, say it out loud. Stop if it flips now. Go if it doesn't. Build the decision before the drama. Let's recap 12. Unwritten rules. 1 smooth system. First, stop offset, in gear, angled to an escape. 2. Don't pace. Create your bubble. 3. Flash the brake when engine braking. 4. Cover the front brake in the city. 5. Read stale greens. Pick your PONR. 6. Pass big rigs decisively. Don't linger. 7. Lane split predictably. Never between bikes. 8. Staggered on straights. Single file in curves or tight spaces. 9. Night group etiquette. Low beams, courteous O. 10. Keep 2 outs, always. 11th. Don't neutral coast to stops. Arrive in first. 12. Read the shiny. Paint, plates, tar snakes, leaves. None of these are flashy, but all of them are powerful. If this leveled up your riding brain or got you thinking about how you can improve your riding, hit like so more riders see it. Also, drop a comment with your unwritten rule or that one habit you're working on fixing. Let's make the comments a toolbox other riders can borrow from. Subscribe for more Ride Smarter deep dives and check out our other videos on group etiquette, survival spacing, and real-world drills. This is Motorcycle Vault. Stay sharp, stay smooth, and keep enjoying the open road. I'll see you in the next one.